right, my name is Megan Smith-Lipke, and I'm one of the speech therapists at Northside Early Childhood Center. And today we're going to look at a book called Froggy Goes to School. This is one of the books that we've sent home with some of our families during the non-traditional instruction in order to help work on certain language targets or language goals that are on their IEPs. So one thing we tell and encourage parents just from the beginning, you just go through the book and look at the pictures with your child, labeling some of the objects, talking about what's going on in the pictures within the book. And you can do that before even reading the story. Then after they start reading the story, some children are ready to start answering questions about books. So for those, we have actually included some example questions that parents can ask. It also has the choices on this picture, you know, in case they can't answer independently, then this at least gives them some type of clue and they could answer it by pointing to the picture if they don't quite have the vocabulary to answer those what, where, and who questions. So there's several of those that they can go through. With this story, Froggy Goes to School, we actually included some visuals on categories. So this is important for kids to know at the preschool level, is being able to take objects that are actually represented in this story, and they're going to cut them out, which works on fine motor skills, and sort them by this is something I see in my classroom, like a pencil or a crayon, versus this is something I see on the playground, like the slide, or other things like what do I see in the cafeteria, and you could have cookie, lunch, things like that. So it's all based around the theme of going to school, since that's the topic of our book. Then this talks about categories some more. It just has pictures of objects like animals, and it's asking what doesn't belong. This would be more of a higher level language skill. Not all of our little preschoolers are ready for this skill, but that would be, again, a kid that's more proficient with answering questions and already doing categories. They could start working on things. Well, why doesn't this object belong in this group? For instance, the cupcake, ice cream, and cake are all sweets or desserts, whereas the egg would be more of just a breakfast food. It's not a sweet or a dessert. And the last activity for the Froggy Goes to schools, they're talking about back to school and what objects they would have in their backpack in order to go back to school, some of the school supplies we use and what they're used for. So for instance, the glue, the parent could say, well, glue, you know, what do you use glue for? Why do you have glue at school? And of course the child can answer, well, if I'm cutting something out, I can stick it to the page, and they could just go through all the items. Again, a little bit more higher level language skill, but that way we're trying to cover all of our little friends and have them be able to participate in doing something with the book. They were so very thankful for Metro United Way helping supply some of the funds so we can send all of these books home to our students that are receiving speech and language services.